One of the biggest problems we see these days are people that eat emotionally. Now, one thing I want to talk a little bit about is something called intuitive eating. There was this idea put forth not too long ago that you could just simply go by how you feel. If you're thirsty, you drink. If you're hungry, you eat. The problem with that is I really don't think people have very good intuition, especially if they're not in touch with their bodies. And if you haven't been taking care of your health, you've in a sense lost touch. So I don't think you can just depend on when you're hungry and what you choose to eat. You really do need to start learning how to eat in a way that your body can regulate itself. So you may have to start eating by the clock. Intuitive eating isn't necessarily going to be a tool. You have to be real careful as well of eating emotionally. I don't want you to use food as a way to relieve an emotional stress. So many people do that. The problem is you're not going to make good choices. If you're stressed out, you're not going to go grab broccoli. You're going to go for that half gallon of ice cream. So I need you to find a different way to control your response to something that's emotional, whether it's a stress or some other kind of an emotional response. I'm going to ask you not to use food. It's the reason that many people have weight problems because, again, they make the wrong choices when they make an emotional choice. So there are other outlets, but it's something that you have to train yourself to do. I don't want you to go out and drive a car when you're emotionally stressed and use the car and drive at high speeds. I mean, hopefully you realize that's not a good choice and you avoid doing that. I also don't want you to go grab food as an emotional release. Enjoy eating. Eat good food. Let it be a pleasure, but don't use it as some kind of an emotional fix. I don't want you to be dependent on pharmaceutical drugs. I don't want you to use food for emotion and mood. I want you to find ways to eat healthy and have your body healthy. That's going to help, but you need to find other outlets. One of the best outlets out there when you're stressed or need some help is to exercise. So if you'll exercise, you'll find that you can mediate the effects of a lot of the mood disorders and not have to resort to food. Again, a lot of people emotionally eat. It can make you feel better for a short time, but what have you done to your health? I want you to be better off when you have a response to something, and that's what exercise will do for you. If you can find that you eat well when you're stressed, well, and then more power to you, but I don't find that that's a choice most people make.